Every single year, major corporations invest millions upon millions into software development. But here lies the great paradox. Despite these astronomical figures, the uncertainty that surrounds them is truly immense. So how can we really know if an investment like that is a success, or if we're just throwing money away? And that is, quite literally, the million-dollar question. Technology spending is one of the largest and, theoretically, most strategic expenses for any company. But at the same time, it's often one of the most opaque. Let's consider this for a moment. Are technology investments a kind of black box? For a great many executives, the answer, unfortunately, is a resounding yes. And of course, this uncertainty translates into pressing questions that literally keep those in charge of technology awake at night. Questions like, hey, are we paying a fair price for this? Are the providers we're working with truly efficient? Does our famous Agile model truly work, or is it merely for show? And project estimates, are they truly objective, or, let's be honest, pure conjecture? And now with AI, is it genuinely generating real value, or is it just smoke and mirrors? And pay attention, these are not insignificant doubts. Behind every single one of these questions, there are millions of euros at stake. Well, it's right in the middle of all this fog that a solution appears, designed to, well, to turn on the light. Let's talk about Quanter AI, a platform that aims to be the key for IT governance. Okay, so what exactly is it? Well, look, Quanter AI is a platform, a software as a service, that uses certified data and generative artificial intelligence. And what's its purpose? It's to create 100% objective estimates of effort and cost from start to finish for any software project. But pay close attention, and this is key. It's not just a project calculator, it's much more than that. It's a data-driven governance tool designed to help you make truly strategic decisions. All right, let's get down to the nitty-gritty. So how exactly does Quanter AI manage to transform all that uncertainty into clarity? How does it go, as they say, from words to numbers? The process, honestly, is surprisingly straightforward. First, project requirements are entered in natural language. I mean, just as if you were telling a colleague. Second, Quanter's AI gets right to work. It analyzes, clarifies, and optimizes those requirements so there isn't a single ambiguity. And third, it generates the estimates. And mind you, not just for effort and cost, but even for the necessary test wear, and all based on objective standards. And here's where it gets interesting. Where does all this objectivity come from? Well, no, it's not magic, it's data, pure hard data, more than 105,000. And this figure is not just a random number. It represents the actual number of real software projects that make up its entire database. In fact, it is the largest benchmarking database in the entire world. We're talking about information from over 190 suppliers in 20 different countries. That's absolutely insane. And with this, the power that all that data holds becomes crystal clear. It enables a level of analysis that until now was, frankly, completely unthinkable. Finally, we can answer crucial questions like which supplier is more expensive and which is more affordable based on what they actually produce. Or, even more interestingly, how much does the very same supplier charge their different clients for a job that is practically identical? Most importantly, this isn't a fairy tale, not just empty promises. It's all backed by demonstrable results and credentials that are unique in the market. The numbers speak for themselves. Look, a saving of 10.5 million euros at Vodafone, more than 9 million at Mapfre. A return on investment, an ROI that has been approved at over 500%, and partnerships of more than 12 years with industry giants like Orange. As they themselves put it, and I find it a brilliant statement, this isn't just theory, it's demonstrable. A clear declaration of intent that is supported, as we can see, by concrete facts. And here we find one of its most significant differentiators, if not the most important one. It is the first and only benchmarking platform in the entire world that holds IFPUG certification. And what does this mean in practice? Well, it's very simple. It means that the metrics are auditable, that comparisons are real, and that reduces contract risk tremendously. And clearly, when you compare it with the alternatives on the market, the advantage is, well, it's just abysmal. Look, big consulting firms, they just sell you hours. Quanter, however, is a continuous tool that offers a truly brutal ROI. Unlike Agile's famous story points, which are inherently subjective and often unreliable, Quanter provides you with objective ISO standards. Other AI tools analyze your requirements, yes, but without any real market comparison. And while others like Cast analyze the code once it's already written, Quanter prevents waste even before you start programming. Therefore, as we can see, all this leads to a fundamental change in the way we manage our investments in technology. It is a brand new era for IT governance. The contrast is absolutely radical. It is about moving away from subjectivity and mere guesswork to making decisions that are entirely based on solid data. From extremely high financial risk to having investments that are auditable and defensible, from inefficiently managing suppliers to optimizing their performance, and ultimately from constantly putting out fires to having truly proactive governance. And the benefits of this new model can be measured, and they are spectacular. We're talking about a return on investment of over 500%, productivity increases ranging from 45 to 70%, cost savings of up to 30%, and a reduction in manual errors that can reach almost 50%. And this brings us to the final reflection, to the question that truly matters. The question is no longer whether an organization can afford a tool like this. The question now is, can your budget afford the luxury of continuing to operate with subjectivity?